Welcome to Bethlahem Institute of Engineering. Bethlahem Institute of Engineering is affiliated to Anna University, Chennai and approved by AICTE, New Delhi. This institution was established in the year 2008.
Good morning, students. Myself, Jeen Retna Kumar, Assistant Professor of EC Department. So this semester I am going to handle the subject Ad Hoc and Wireless Sensor Network. The subject code is EC8702. So first I will give the syllabus of the subject. So in the subject, the first unit deals with Ad Hoc Networks, Introduction and Routing Protocols. The various routing protocols of this Ad Hoc networks we will study in this unit. The second unit gives the sensor network. So the sensor network introduction and architectures, the various sensor network and also the architecture of the sensor network that we will study in the second unit. Third unit deals with the networking concepts and protocols in the wireless sensor network. The various protocols which are used in wireless sensor network we will study that. Then the fourth unit deals with the various network security issues and challenges in the sensor network. So what are the security issues? So how you are going to handle that? So that will be studied in the fourth unit, sensor network security. The fifth unit deals with the various platforms and tools which are used in the sensor network. So today I'll give you a introduction about this Ad Hoc network. So the first unit deals with Ad Hoc networks, introduction and routing protocols. So these are the topics we are going to just see today. First one is Ad Hoc network. What is an Ad Hoc network? Then the next one is various elements in this Ad Hoc wireless network. Then the third one is what are the types of wireless Ad Hoc network. So next we will study about the advantages and disadvantages of Ad Hoc network. In the last one we will study what are the various issues in this Ad Hoc network. So as we know that we have studied in communication network. So what is an Ad Hoc network? So normally wireless networks are divided into infrastructure based network and infrastructure-less network. So in case of this infrastructure based network, there will be a backbone network. So by the use of that backbone network, so the connection will be made to the access point and the wireless devices are connected to that. So that is the infrastructure based network. So which has a backbone in it or a backbone structure will be there. But in case of Ad Hoc network, so no such infrastructure will be there. There won't be any backbone network, any particular access point. Without any infrastructure, a network will be there. That is called Ad Hoc network. So in this Ad Hoc network, normally, so it is called as there won't be any planning for this network. Without any pre-planning, a network will be developed. That kind of network is called Ad Hoc network. So that is, this Ad Hoc comes from the Latin language, which means for this purpose only, for a particular purpose. So if we establish or if you install a network, that kind of network is called Ad Hoc network. So it is otherwise called as wireless temporary network. So it will be used for a temporary connections. And also, so this is a type of local area network that is built spontaneously to enable two or more wireless devices to be connected to each other without requiring a central device. As I told you, so there won't be any central devices, just like access point or anything will be there. Without the use of the central devices, so wireless devices can be able to communicate among themselves by the use of this Ad Hoc network. And also by using this Ad Hoc network, so just like the normal wireless network, so we can be able to share the resources between these devices without the use of a central server. Without the use of the central server or a central device, by the use of the point-to-point wireless communication, we can be able to share the resources between these wireless devices. So this is all about this Ad Hoc network. And also, as I told you, so we can be able to construct a network without any infrastructure. So that concept is called Ad Hoc network. And also by this, we can be able to perform all the network abilities or the network functions inside the network. and also it is called a special purpose network. The ad hoc network is called as a network constructed for a special purpose. So now we are going to see a simple example of this ad hoc network, single hop ad hoc network. An example is, say if you are going to make a conference inside a hall by the use of some laptops. So some persons by the use of laptops, if they want to make some resource sharing or making a network. So that kind of network is also an example of ad hoc network. So the diagram shows that. So some laptops by the use of some Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connection. So if we can able to make a form a network, and by that if you can able to make some communication means, that is also an example of an ad hoc network. So next one is, what are the various elements of ad hoc wireless network? So here a diagram is there, shows the multi-hop wireless ad hoc network. So here a collection of devices are there. So these devices actually, so the links there, it is the wireless links. So the devices are called a nodes or host or anything. And also the devices can able to make some switching connection also, or it will act as switching units also. The red dashed line shows the path or route between device. So here a single connection is there mentioned, the starting point to end point. So all the routing functions, all the security functions, addressing issues, key management, all these functions are performed there in this network. So by this ad hoc, a single ad hoc network, so we can be able to make some communication between one device to another device. So this is a multi-hop wireless ad hoc network. So multi-hop means for a single node, so more than two hops are there for a single node. With more than two or more than two hops are there, we will name it as multi-hop device. So this is a multi-hop wireless ad hoc network. So next we are going to study about various types of wireless ad hoc network. So these are the list of these wireless ad hoc networks: mobile ad hoc network, vehicular ad hoc network, smartphone ad hoc network, then wireless mesh network, army tactical ment, then wireless sensor network, then disaster rescue and ad hoc network. So this mobile ad hoc network is nothing but an ad hoc network which is made up of mobile devices. The connection which is made by mobile devices, that is called mobile ad hoc network. Then the vehicular ad hoc network, so that is used to make some communication between vehicles. So by the use of some artificial intelligence or any such technologies, so we can able to make some connection between the vehicles. So that concept comes under vehicular ad hoc network. Then the next one is smartphone ad hoc network. So by using so we can able to create wireless ad hoc network by the use of smartphones, by using the technology such as Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, like that. You can able to make an ad hoc network that comes under the smartphone ad hoc network. So then the next one is the wireless mesh network. So this is an ad hoc network. So that is all the nodes or all the devices inside that network has communication directly with each other. So that the connection will be made such that all the devices have connections between each other, directly between each other. So by this, so the information can be shared or information can be communicated among all the devices present inside the mesh network. So that kind of network is called wireless mesh network. Then the next one is the army tactical ment. So that is, it will be used for this network. This type of network will be used for army purpose. So that it is also called as on the move communication, and also for instant operations in army. So that is instant establishment and also instant installation will be there. So they will form a network or form an ad hoc network. So by that they will do the communication. So then the next one is the wireless sensor network. So here by the use of some sensors, so in order to, an example is, so in order to note the temperature or pressure or anything, So the sensors are used. So by using that sensor, so we form an ad hoc network. That kind of network is called wireless sensor network. So then the last one is disaster rescue ad hoc network. That is due to any disasters or any disaster strikes or anything occurred. So by the use of this kind of ad hoc network, so in order to make some relief works, so we can form this network, and by this we can make the proper functioning of the particular event. So these are the various types of ad hoc networks, wireless ad hoc networks present. So then the next one is the advantages of ad hoc network. So some of the advantages are, so one is these ad hoc networks can have more flexible. So these networks are more flexible. So that is we can able to add, one example is we can able to add any kind of devices. So with whatever technologies, in order so we can add this inside the network so that it can make some communication between other devices also. So that is it is more flexible. So next one is it is better in mobility. So since we are using the wireless devices, so the mobility concept will also work there. So we can able to move the devices from one place to another, and we can make the communication. So that is the mobility. So then the next one is it can be turned up and turned down in a very short time. We can be able to install, and also we can turn up or turn down these networks in a very short time. Easily we can make that. Then the next one is it is more economical compared to the infrastructure networks. So we will need in infrastructure network, we will need more devices to install. Comparing to that, so here in case of this ad hoc network, that kind of devices are not needed, so it is more economical. And the next main advantage is these ad hoc networks are considered as a robust network. So that is, so it has more functions compared to the normal network. So it is more robust, and also it has a non-hierarchical distributed control and management. So there is, so this is one of the advantage of this ad hoc network. So for control and management mechanisms, so since so in case of this ad hoc network, so we won't use any type of this distributed systems hierarchy will not be followed there. So hence the management and all, so it will be somewhat easy in case of this ad hoc network. So then the next one is the disadvantages of ad hoc network. So the main disadvantage of this ad hoc network is, so it is unpredictable topology. So we can't able to find out the topology of this network. So but in case of this infrastructure network, so there will be a topology will be present there. Maybe it will be a star topology or in topology or any kind of occurrence will be there. So here no such topology will be there, because without any planning, so we will establish or install this particular network. So hence there won't be any topology available. So that is the first one. The second one is limited amount of bandwidth will be there. So bandwidth is less in case of this ad hoc network. And the next one is loss of data. So due to this ad hoc network, so it leads to loss of data. Then the next one is interference. So interference is also one of the disadvantage of this ad hoc network. Interference means, suppose if you are transferring the signal, so the signal from one communication, so will be interfered by some other communication. So that is called interference. So the signal interference will be there. Then the next one is security issues. So this ad hoc network has limited security. So then the next one is energy constraints. The power management scheme, everything will be somewhat difficult in case of this ad hoc network. But then the next one is what are the major issues that affect the design, deployment and performance of ad hoc wireless sensor network. So first one is the medium access control. So this medium access control, so a lot of operations comes under this medium access control, that is distributed operation, synchronization, then hidden terminal problem, exposed terminal problem, so that the throughput level, so everything comes under this medium access control. So in order to perform this media access control operation, it is somewhat difficult and it is a challenging one in case of this ad hoc network. So the next one is the routing issues. So in case of this routing issues, so there will be some mobility issues will be there, then bandwidth constraints and also resource constraints comes. So that are the challenges that comes under this routing concept. So that we have to consider. Then